People, people, people. Wagwan, wagwan, wagwan. If you watching this, you are epic, lit, legendary, and you rocking with Lex, the hottest astrologer in the whole entire world. The author of The Easy Complex, How to Finesse Your Reality. The hottest book of the millennium, guaranteed. Sounds familiar? The hottest book of the millennium ever. And I know y'all see this beautiful piece I'm wearing. Shout out to my guy Jaime. I'm going to put his Instagram right here. Make sure y'all tap in with him, because we originally had this in red, and then he asked for a color variation. And I was like, if you want whatever you want on that website, we going to make it a real thing. And we made this. There are only 3 of these in the world. And shout out to Jaime for this epic color variation that you can only get on the easycomplex.com. And make sure y'all tap in with Jaime. Very dope person. And when you on the website, y'all know we got that astrology module on the website, right? We got that astrology module on the website. Make sure y'all tap in with that, because it's going to be so saucy. And we only have a few seats left. We only have several seats left. Make sure y'all tap in with the astrology module. So everybody, today we're going to get into this upcoming Libra stellium. And we're going to take a real deep dive into this Libra stellium. So in the previous video talking about the Libra stellium, we spoke about the intensity heating up in the social atmosphere. And what I could automatically say is this upcoming Libra stellium, we may potentially see, oh man, I don't want to say it. Look out for conflicts, especially like men, with a lot of the Mars transits that have been going on this year. It makes it just so liable for men to get into easy disputes with each other, as well as assert their interpretation of justice. So a lot of men right now, we may see them pursuing their perception of justice, and a lot of these matters of pursuance may have a tendency to change the social dynamic, because that is Libra. Libra is the social dynamic, right? Aries is ourselves, and Libra is that relationship. And you know that Libra is also contracts, right? When you sign a contract, this establishes a relationship, an agreement, a bond. That's why Libra deals with paperwork to a degree, but Libras are also very astute and neat and arranged, right? So we're gonna get into all of this stuff, but as you guys could see, right, before we begin, because we ain't even start yet. We gonna go all the way in with this. We gonna go all the way in. Make sure y'all go on to easycomplex.com. Alright, and don't mind this book. This book got some shea butter on it. Alright, cause you know I'm so saucy. I can't be ashy on the camera. No way, baby. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? But make sure y'all tap in with that astrology module as well. So with this Libra stellium, I'm going to put it right here for you. Nice and beautiful. And epic, lit, and legendary. But the chart, right? Y'all see this. When you look at this, you're going to see that we have Mercury, 15 degrees Libra. We got Mars, 16 degrees Libra. And we have the Sun, 17 degrees Libra. We have Venus in Sagittarius, and we also have that Sagittarius moon. Now, y'all know like y'all see this alignment with Mars in Libra, Mercury in Libra, and the Sun in Libra. We basically have Mercury here, Mars here, and we have the Sun here. And this is a perfect stellium alignment. Now, it's not a conjunction. I call this like a semi conjunction, but we have all the malefics in a perfect alignment in space. And this is where we want to be extremely careful in the social atmosphere when it comes to channeling our aggression. So with Neptune being in Pisces and this very critical aspect to this Libra stellium, this can create a lot of pursuance, a lot of people pursuing and expressing their spirituality from a very authoritative masculine point of view. And you know, some people may be justified, but when it comes to channeling anything that deals with the social dynamic, any contracts, bonds, and agreements that we have to be extremely careful with how we authorize our authority and how we channel that masculine energy. Now, this has been coming up so much. It came up when we was talking about that Mars opposition Neptune a few weeks ago. But when we have three malefics that are in Libra, and they are literally 15 degrees, 16 degrees, 17 degrees, and we are also building up on a Saturn Uranus square. This is, and y'all, before the full moon, remember we said that the cosmic waters, right? The cosmic waters are bubbling. And y'all, we mentioned this about 3-4 days. And y'all see that the earth is reacting. The earth is reacting. The earth is reacting. And we have Uranus in Taurus. So Uranus is retrograde, and Uranus is freak accidents, unorthodox things, things that are out of the norm. That is Uranus. And we have Uranus retrograde in Taurus. And you guys see the Bitcoin, right? And we also spoke about the Bitcoin on Clubhouse, right? Shout out to my guy Kevin. We was talking about the Bitcoin and how right now is not a good time. Well, you know, it depends on how you see it, but you know, right now is a time where you want to more so be detailed with your investments and more so review them. And then we see some activity and some progressiveness, Uranus going retrograde. And when planets go retrograde, it is an indication of a potential illusion or a minor illusionary setback. And we been spoke about this even like a few months ago, but this is synonymous for all planets that are retrograde. Whether it be a Mercury retrograde, Venus, Mars retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, Saturn retrograde, and we have Saturn and Jupiter retrograde right now, and we have Neptune retrograde, and we have Pluto retrograde. And when this stellium is in that perfect alignment, we're going to have Mercury retrograde. So Mercury is going to conjunct the Sun and Mars on its illusionary path backwards. And this is where we want to be careful how we process our masculine thoughts, because Mercury retrograde is an illusionary setback, and most of the times it's not real. Mercury retrograde gives us the perfect time to kind of time travel and access certain things that are in maybe a relapse memory space. And with this, we are going to have the Sun here, Mars here, and Mercury is going to be conjunct both of them. And then they are going to be in a perfect alignment. And this is very interesting because if this was other planets, this would open a way where we could do a gravitational slingshot. And a gravitational slingshot, this is where we this makes it very easy for kind of like interdimensional space travel. But that's a whole other topic. But this is a very rare phenomenon, and y'all know, once again, nobody is talking about it. Can you say exclusive? Can you say exclusive? Because y'all know that's what we do here. Alright? Make sure y'all tap in with that astrology module. Why? Because it's going to be so saucy. Alright? But this is a very, very, very important planetary phenomenon, everybody. And we've also been speaking about the moon in Sagittarius. At the height of this planetary alignment, the moon will be in Sagittarius. And y'all know that I have a whole video on Sagittarius. I have a portion where we talk about the moon in Sagittarius. And on the height of this Libra stellium, the moon is going to be in Sagittarius. This is legendary stuff. This is epic, lit, legendary. And it always deals with awareness. Where are you? Are you aware of where you are for real, for real? Where are you at in the space-time and continuum emotionally? During these Mercury retrogrades, and you know, it's going to deal with a lot of mass. We turning it up right now. We turning it up. Make sure y'all go on to easycomplex.com. Y'all know how the technology be, baby. But with this, it'll deal with mainly masculinity. How we are channeling and expressing that masculine energy and how we processing that in our thoughts. And we for sure will see now around this time in October, we're gonna have some of the planets going direct. Jupiter is gonna go direct soon. Saturn is gonna go direct soon. But around this time, we're going to have Mercury going retrograde, and Mercury is gonna go retrograde very soon. So Mercury is gonna go far. It's far out in Libra, but then Mercury is gonna come back from our perspective, and it is going to be conjunct. But remember, it's stationed in Libra. It's stationed in the later degrees of Libra. So remember where you're at. Remember where you're at. However, when we're dealing with the Sun and Mars, this is another indication of a channeling of masculine energy. And don't forget that we still building on Neptune being in Pisces. And Neptune went into Pisces in 2012. Neptune, the cosmic waters. Y'all remember we was talking about the cosmic waters. The earth is reacting. The earth is reacting. And a lot of people are quiet about the cosmic waters. And a lot of people don't even know about the cosmic waters. Because once again, we're dealing with the beautiful genius of Neptune, the ruler of Pisces. And Neptune, the ruler of Pisces, is in Pisces right now. And around this time of this Libra stellium, Neptune is going to be quincunxing all of these malefics to a slight degree. And man, I promise y'all, also pay very close attention to these downloads, to these ebbs and flows. Y'all know we start talking about the ebbs and flows, and that's just where the water goes, alright? But you want to pay very close attention to that within your thought process. You want to quiet down the chatter and the jibber jabber and the yapper. And you want to really, really listen in to that, to the transmission of that ebb and flow. Because there with this Libra stellium, this specific stellium, and I promise y'all, if you know anybody that speak about this, let me know, because I didn't see nobody talk about this. But we're gonna have these malefics quincunxing, but oh my gosh, while we're gonna have these 3 planets in a perfect alignment, we also have Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius, and they are going to be in a very, very semi-trine. It's not a strong trine, but this particular window, it opens up the doorway. It opens up the doorway for a really, really big impact on our social design. You know? So as a collective, this Libra stellium, it's gonna really, we gotta look out for triggers. A lot of triggers that are gonna be trying to alter our perception of reality, alter how we see the scope of reality, and really a lot of things that are playing with our perception. Alright? And also, remember, it is 3 malefics. We're dealing with 3 malefic planets. So this is a lot of masculine transmission of our thoughts. Alright? So this is kind of snapping out of self-delusion. Like, there are gonna be these reminders of us to snap out of it. These semi-aggressive rushes, like things that are just shaking us up, right? Like the cosmic waters that are rumbling, things that are shaking us up. With Uranus and Taurus, Uranus is the shaker and the mover. Uranus moves in an oddball elliptical orbit. It doesn't even spin normally. So with this, we're dealing with a lot of shaking up of our perception of stability, right? Whatever the things that you perceive as stable, and they are going to be challenged. The design of them, and this Libra, this Mars, Mercury, and the Sun in Libra, these are going to be quincunxing Uranus and Taurus as well. So this is going to open up another gateway for unorthodox communication. And when we have these planets of masculinity there, we want to be very, very careful with how we channel our masculine energy, because there may be this tendency or these transmissions to react to things in an extremely unconventional way. And you know, when it comes to Mars, we're dealing with combustion and to a degree spontaneity. When we're dealing with all fire signs, but when we have the Sun, and the planetary ruler of the Sun is Leo, and this is just a quick fact, right? This is the autumn equinox, right? Right before the autumn equinox, we have the cosmic waters reacting. So this is a very interesting time, and this is also building on the social implications of Virgo. Virgo is semi-sextile in Libra. The environment then impacts our perspective on the social design. So when we have the Sun in the final degrees of Libra, and we have that in a very minor trine aspect to Uranus and Taurus, but Uranus is retrograde and most of the outer planetary bodies are retrograde, we are dealing with what is to come, subtle reminders of what is to come. And y'all know that when we dealing with this Pisces energy, Pisces is the ruler of quantum physics. So sometimes not everyone can see what is right in front of them, and that is why we have to pay attention to that ebb and flow, quieting down and really submerging ourselves in the beauty of silence, so that we are able to receive these pockets of transmissions. You heard? Y'all rocking with the best astrologer in the whole entire world. Y'all realize that when I say I'm the best astrologer in the whole entire world, it is just purely accepted. Because we really go in. We really go in. And y'all vibe out with me, you only going to be the best astrologer in the world as well. So make sure y'all tap in with that astrology module on the easycomplex.com. This is so saucy. You heard? And around that time, remember, we have the moon in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, it deals with foreign bodies. To a degree, ambassadors. Foreign people, cultures, concepts, and things. The exotic aspect of idealism and travel. This is what we're dealing with, Sagittarius, and we have all the masculine planets in a perfect alignment. So this is when we want to be mindful of certain things dealing with potential foreign bodies, right? Because y'all, we've been talking about the moon in Sagittarius, and then we seen a lot of things happen in the foreign atmosphere, dealing with a transmitting of masculine energy. And on the day of this perfect Libra stellium, the moon is gonna be in Sagittarius in conjunction with Venus. And remember, we have the malefics all in a perfect alignment. Y'all, this is when you really want to watch the social atmosphere and watch the design and watch everything that critically may challenge perception. And we also have, and Libra and Sagittarius, this is a sextile. This is a degree that kind of will make that transmission somewhat easy. Libra and Sagittarius, air, fire, this is somewhat of a beneficial relationship when we're dealing with it from the angle of the moon. And with the moon being in Sagittarius and we have these planets in Libra, this is also another indication that is marking that particular dimension for a transmission of somewhat masculine energy. And y'all, sometimes these things are not like crazy big events, and sometimes they are, but it's always about how you are dealing with these planetary energies on an emotional level, and remembering the thoughts that we have in conjunction with these planetary alignments. All right, so look out for men getting into public disputes and, you know, masculine energy to a degree challenging our social design. All right, and this Libra stellium is gonna be at its highest October 10th. All right, so make sure that y'all tap in around that time. Be very mindful of how the social environment is around you and things that are challenging to your perception. All right, especially you know, men, be very mindful of how you channeling your energy in the social atmosphere. All right, we may see a lot. Yeah, we really turning this up. Make sure y'all go on to easycomplex.com. You know, but we may see men just channel their energy in very unconventional ways based on challenging or conflicting spiritual beliefs. You feel me? And you know, we got a lot more aspects going on during this time too. You know, we still have Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. We still have Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. Jupiter is in the later degrees of Aquarius, and Saturn is more so in the beginning of Aquarius. So we also have a reminder of that epic grand conjunction, all right, with Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. So watch the social groups and the social environment, right? We also have another aspect of the air and a transmission of concepts, all right? So around this time, we dealing with to a degree a masculine transmission of potential spiritual concepts, all right? So watch how people are perceiving justice, people's design on justice. We are people's perspective on justice. We may see people channel that energy out to others, right? And get people to relate to their masculine energy. And not everybody is really prepared to relate to that particular energy at that particular point in time. So be mindful of how we channel it, as well as really paying attention to what is grounding our spiritual beliefs, because there may be something dealing with the progressiveness of that we want to be aware of, right? When we're dealing with Uranus and Taurus and Neptune and Pisces, we're dealing with to a degree I don't want to say missing, but we don't see Neptune all the time. So being aware of your progression, being aware, and don't be delusional with areas that you can progress. But the thing with Neptune is that sometimes we don't see it. We don't always see Neptune. We're not always aware of Neptune. Sometimes Neptune is just subtly there. And that's why you want to pay attention to that ebb and flow. Because that ebb and flow is going to make it go. Alright? And y'all listen, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Pay attention to this epic Libra stellium. October 7th to October 13th, around there. But it will be at its strongest October 10th. This is a perfect Libra stellium, alright? And look out for your perspective, how you are perceiving, how you are relating to others, alright? And also inserting that masculine energy into the social atmosphere, alright? How you spread that masculine energy, be very mindful of that, alright? Because the energy is very sensitive to that. So, y'all, best astrologer in the world. Best astrologer in the world. Best astrologer in the world. Author of the Easy Complex. Make sure y'all go on the website and tap in with me. Man, these studio lights be hot in here. It got me sweating a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to tap in with y'all. Make sure y'all tap in with me. And I appreciate you. And thank you very much for watching this video. Have a great, fantastic week. And always, always, always stay positive. And always seek love. And love is with you. Alright? It's just going to find you. And you're going to always find it. Because you are one with love. Alright? And I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Peace. Yeah.